Potato. The potato is the most widely grown root crop in the world, and it nearly killed humanity before saving it. It originates from the Andes, the highlands of modern-day Peru and Bolivia, where the Incas cultivated it at altitudes of up to 4,000 meters more than 7,000 years ago. The Spanish brought the potato to Europe in the 16th century, but for nearly 200 years, Europeans refused to eat it because it belongs to the nightshade family, like belladonna, and was considered poisonous. The French even issued decrees banning its cultivation. The turning point came thanks to King Frederick the Great of Prussia, who, according to legend, planted a potato field and posted guards around it so that peasants would assume the vegetable was valuable, sneak in at night, steal it, and acquire a taste for it. Today, the potato is the fourth most important food crop on the planet after corn, wheat, and rice. Carrot. The modern orange carrot that we see in every supermarket is a relatively recent invention. Wild carrot, first cultivated in Persia and Afghanistan about 1,000 years ago, was purple, white, or yellow. The orange color only appeared in the 17th century in the Netherlands, and according to one popular version, Dutch breeders specifically developed an orange variety in honor of William of Orange and the House of Orange-Nassau, though historians debate how true this legend actually is. Carrots contain beta-carotene, which the body converts into vitamin A, and it is this pigment that gives them their color. During World War II, the British Ministry of Food spread a rumor that Royal Air Force pilots ate so many carrots that they gained superhuman night vision in reality. Their success was due to secret radar equipment, and the rumor was invented to hide this technology from the Germans, while simultaneously encouraging the population to eat more of a cheap vegetable amid food shortages. Cucumber. The cucumber is 96% water, making it one of the most refreshing vegetables on the planet. Although botanically it, like the tomato, is technically a fruit. The cucumber's homeland is India, where it has been cultivated for over 3,000 years, and from there, it spread through Greece and Rome across Europe. The ancient Romans were obsessed with cucumbers. Emperor Tiberius, according to historians, demanded that fresh cucumbers be served to him at his table every day of the year, and his gardeners built primitive wheeled greenhouses to grow the vegetable even in winter. Zucchini. Zucchini belongs to the squash family and was first cultivated by the indigenous peoples of North and South America over 7,000 years ago, long before Europeans arrived on the continent. The modern zucchini, recognizable worldwide, actually appeared in Italy only in the 19th century as a result of breeding by Italian gardeners, and the word zucchini comes from the Italian zucchino, meaning small squash. The plant can grow incredibly quickly under favorable conditions. One fruit can grow from flower to harvestable size in just a few days, which is why gardeners often miss the moment and end up collecting giant, overgrown zucchinis. Pumpkin. The pumpkin is one of the oldest cultivated vegetables in North America, with traces of its cultivation found in Mexico dating back over 7,000 years, making it even older than corn in that region. Native Americans grew pumpkins together with corn and beans in a system known as the Three Sisters, where each plant helped the other two. The pumpkin's broad leaves suppressed weeds and retained moisture in the soil. The tradition of carving lanterns from pumpkins for Halloween traces back to the Irish legend of Stingy Jack, who tricked the devil and was condemned to wander forever with a coal in a hollowed-out turnip. When Irish immigrants reached America, they discovered that pumpkins were much larger and easier to carve than turnips. Sweet pepper. Bell pepper actually does not come from Bulgaria, but from Central and South America, where it was cultivated by the Aztecs and Maya long before the arrival of Europeans. All colored peppers, green, yellow, orange, and red, are the same species, simply harvested at different stages of ripeness. Green pepper is simply unripe, while red pepper has fully ripened on the plant, which is why it contains more sugar and vitamin C. Despite its kinship with hot chili peppers, sweet pepper contains almost no capsaicin, the compound responsible for heat, because breeders deliberately selected plants without this gene. Europeans gave it the name pepper by mistake, confusing its hot relative with black peppercorns, which were imported from India and were an entirely different plant, chili pepper. The heat of chili peppers is measured on the Scoville scale, named after American chemist Wilbur Scoville, who in 1912 devised a method for assessing heat based on diluting pepper extract with sugar water until the pungency was no longer detectable. The hottest pepper in the world officially recognized is the Carolina Reaper, with a rating exceeding 2 million Scoville units by comparison. comparison, a regular jalapeno barely reaches 8,000. The heat is caused by capsaicin, a substance that binds to pain and heat receptors in the mouth, essentially tricking the brain into thinking the mouth is burning, even though no physical damage occurs. Onions have been cultivated longer than almost any other vegetable on Earth. Traces of their cultivation have been found in Egypt dating back more than 5,000 years, where they were considered a symbol of eternity due to their concentric rings, which resembled the endless cycle of life. Onions have even been found in pharaohs' tombs, including the eye sockets of Ramesses IV, where they were placed in the belief that the onion would help the mummy breathe in the afterlife. The tears caused when cutting onions come from a volatile compound called syn-propanethyl S-oxide, which forms when cells are damaged and irritates the nerve endings in the eyes, causing them to produce tears to neutralize the irritant. There are over 10,000 varieties of onions grown around the world, and the crop is so ancient that its exact place of origin remains a subject of debate. Candidates include Central Asia and Iran. Garlic. Garlic has been used not only in cooking, but also as a medicine and even as currency for thousands of years. The ancient Egyptians issued it to workers building the pyramids, believing it gave strength and protected against disease, and Egyptian papyri contain more than 20 recipes based on it. Greek athletes ate garlic before the Olympic Games, considering it a natural endurance stimulant, and Roman legionaries took it on campaigns to keep soldiers strong. The pungent smell of garlic comes from a compound called allicin, which forms only when cells are damaged, that is, when a clove is cut or crushed, and it is allicin that has antibacterial properties, thanks to which garlic was used to treat wounds as early as World War I, when antibiotics did not yet exist. Tomato. Although by all botanical criteria, the tomato is a fruit, and specifically a berry, in 1893, the U.S. Supreme Court officially classified it as a vegetable for tariff purposes, and this ruling still stands today. It originates from Western South America, where wild varieties were small, scattered berries, completely unlike the large cultivated fruits we eat today. When tomatoes first reached Europe in the 16th century, many refused to eat them because the plant belongs to the nightshade family, and its leaves and stems are indeed toxic. Eggplant. The eggplant belongs to the nightshade family and was first cultivated in India and China over 2,000 years ago, and its English name, eggplant, came about because early European varieties were small, white, and egg-shaped, indeed resembling bird eggs. In the Arab world, the eggplant became so firmly embedded in the cuisine that a saying arose about a woman who knows 1,000 ways to cook eggplant as a symbol of culinary mastery. In medieval Europe, the eggplant was long called mala insana, which translates as mad apple, because it, like the tomato, was considered a poisonous relative of belladonna, capable of inducing madness. Beetroot. Beetroot was originally cultivated not for the root, but for its leaves. The ancient Greeks and Romans valued the leafy part of the plant as a medicine, and it was only by the 16th century that gardeners in Germany began breeding varieties with large, sweet roots. The rich red color of beetroot is caused by the pigment beta-cyanin, which some people's bodies cannot fully break down, causing urine to temporarily become colored after consumption, a condition doctors call beeturia, which is completely harmless, though it often alarms people. In 1747, German chemist Andreas Marggraf discovered that sugar beet contains sucrose, the same sugar as sugarcane, and this discovery ultimately led to the development of an entire sugar beet industry in Europe, especially after Napoleon's continental blockade cut the continent off from colonial cane sugar.